Twilight Racing rolls back into Sha Tin on Saturday for another edition of the Summer Series. Big 11 race program coming up on Saturday afternoon and into the evening. Both courses will be in use. We've got a little bit of turf and a little bit of all-weather as well. In fact, well, a lot of turf and a little bit of all-weather. Paul Lally, Tom Wood join us in the studio. And Tom, what are you looking forward to?
It was Chairman's Day coming up Saturday, Mark, and we've got Master of My Universe stepping up into Class 2 for the first time. Narrow victory for him last time out. Going with a little bit of upset in that race, but yeah, he's a good chance with Colourful King and Dancing Code, who's still trying to win in this grade.
He is indeed. He's been close to these last couple. Dancing Code. Paul Lally joins us with jackpot news.
Yeah, a couple of good jackpots there. 2 million going into the Quartet first four merge pool in the last race, and also 4 million going into the 6-up win bonus. Should get over the 10 million mark as well. Which is featuring some, has those feature races in as well. So I think there'll be a couple of people will be bankering a couple towards the end of the card.
Important to know that if you're having a play at Sha Tin. We're about to drone across the Shingmun River and have a look at the meeting details right now. C+3 is the rail position for the 9 of the turf races. Meeting 85 Griffins get underway. The two races we focus on, races 10 and 11, Class 2 1200 and the Class 3 over the 1400 metres. And before an in-depth look at the Sha Tin meeting, news through, of course, in a previous episode of Racing to Win, that news from the licensing committee that Antoine Hamelin won't be racing and riding here next season. But we do have a feature interview on the Frenchman. Nick sat down with him earlier today.
Happy Fat Cat, Spicy Gold, Happy Fat Cat, hanging tough, he won. Raging Blizzard has stormed to the lead for Antoine Hamelin, and he has produced a pearler of a ride on Raging Blizzard. It's Tempest Express in front here for Antoine Hamelin to cap off a magical afternoon. He's going to ride half the card. 5 winners for Hamelin, and Tempest Express takes the last at Sha Tin on a Sunday.
Antoine Hamelin, many thanks for taking the time to chat to us. And, well, for you, 5 seasons or thereabouts is coming to an end here in Hong Kong. First of all, you're a bit emotional about leaving Hong Kong?
Yeah, it's very emotional. I hide it now, but I'm sure I'm going to cry in a plane.
Let's go back to the start. When you first came to Hong Kong, of course, you had plenty of good success and big success in your native France and at Royal Ascot as well. What did you first think when you arrived in Hong Kong?
I was a little bit lost and impressed by everything. Everything goes fast, everything is bigger here. But I was happy to discover some new things. And I feel like I adapt really well, quite quick, and I really enjoy my time in Hong Kong. Yeah.
What have been and what will be those lasting memories for you from Hong Kong? I mean, there was that very fabulous 5-timer for you, wasn't there, as well?
Yeah, that was a crazy day. That's tattooed in my brain for forever, for sure. There's a lot of memory, either in a racing bubble or even outside. I meet a lot of great people here. And I grew up here, 5 years here. I feel like it's been 10 or 15 years in my head. So we learn a lot when we're in Hong Kong. Everyone can tell.
110 winners, Antoine. Hopefully more before you do leave Hong Kong. There's been that jockey side of Antoine Hamelin, but what about the side off the track? I know you're very keen on your outdoor pursuits, etc. And it's not unheard of to see you and look at your social media and see you abseiling down the side of mountains, etc. But you've had your family, you started a family here as well, and you must have had a nice time off the track as well.
Yeah, as I say, I feel like it's been 10, 15 years I'm here. Everything grew up, my family, my connection, my friend, my outdoor sport, my body feeling also. I feel even stronger than before I came because I can have a lot of time to work on. So yeah, Hong Kong make you grow up a lot and quick. So I'm glad to have this experience here. You never know how you're going to end and where and when, but there's never end actually. I think I take everything I can take here. I learned so much. I'm glad for that. I thank the Hong Kong Jockey Club to give me a chance to come in Hong Kong and to have this opportunity here. Yeah.
And so back home to Shanti, what does the future look like? Obviously, you're going to continue race riding. You have a little bit of a break before you start up again?
Yeah. I think I need a break between Hong Kong and France. It's going to be tough for me to quit Hong Kong. So as usual, I will go high in the mountain and lost myself there, and I will have plenty of time to think about the next. But yeah, the target will be to back in 5 years ago for me, back to this life in Chantilly, riding, and success as much as I can. I'm sure I'm improving many things, so the trainer will be happy to see me again.
The French love to bring horses to Hong Kong. I guess if you found the right horse, it'd be lovely to try and come back, wouldn't it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it will be lovely to come back, either for one race, for the international, or for the winter. Why not? I live Hong Kong, but Hong Kong is in my heart. It's part of my life. So I will always be happy to come back, either to work or either for vacations, holiday. I don't know. I'll be there for sure.
Tommy's certainly going to leave Hong Kong in good form. He's ridden plenty of winners in recent meetings, Antoine.
He certainly has, including Meaningful Dragon, who won the other day, and so he was 79 to 1, and he was first up for a long time, and he gave him a terrific ride from a wide gate. So he's had a flurry of winners over the last couple of meetings, rising from ashes last Saturday as well, and of course joins a limited list, Paul, of jockeys that have ridden 5 winners here off the top of my head. So anyway, I can only think of obviously Purton and Moreira, but you can certainly add Hamelin to that list.
Yeah, look, and it's amazing how often this happens when a jockey's about to leave. He suddenly starts to get all these winners going for him. So he's had a really good last month.
He has only a couple of rides on Saturday, Paul. Either of these two a chance?
I haven't got either of them in. I think they're probably outside chances.
I quite like Celestial Patch, to be honest. He's got the blinkers on. He ran on stylishly last time out. I think he's the best of the two there.
He's drawn barrier number 1. Of course, Antoine's about the only jockey you've ever seen scale the barriers when a horse played up, and he sat up on top of the gates one day.
Rock climbing.
Yeah, it certainly came in handy, the rock climbing, but he will be heading off at the end of the season. We wish him well for the remaining 4 and the ongoing pursuits as well. Race number 10 now is the first of the races we're going to look at here, and it's a Class 2, and it's over the 1,200 metres. Gorgeous wins a 5-time course and distance winner. Ladies' Choice carries an extra £14 on that win 2 starts ago. Master of My Universe looking for 3 in a row. Dancing Code comes back in trip. Better draw for Call Me Glorious. Harmony and Bless gets a inside gate. He was placed last time. And Eris Nova, big effort winning in Class 3. When he covered ground, he makes his way with £120 to the bottom of Class 2. The speed map here, Paul.
Yeah, Ladies' Choice looks a logical leader. Call Me Glorious likes to go forward. Harmony and Blessed from a low draw likes to go forward. Tomodachi Kokoro can go forward. Dancing Code likewise. So there should be good pace in the race of all those sort of front runners. Colourful King, another one stepping up to the 1,200 metres. Self-improvement, and then back to the 4. I think Master of My Universe, Must Go and Master of My Universe are stable mates from the wide draws. Will both have to go back together.
We heard from Antoine Hamelin not too long ago. Nick also spoke to the rider of Colourful King in this race. It's Andrea Atzani.
Andrea, Colourful King is a ride for you coming up on Saturday. He's a very nice horse. We just don't see him very often at Sha Tin, but recent form's been good.
Yeah, there's a lovely horse. He ran his first start on the straight at Sha Tin, and then obviously then David decided to switch him to the valley, which has worked out quite nicely. So back here at Sha Tin over 1,200, and yeah, I don't think that the track will be an issue at all.
Do you think the trip sort of comes alike to him? I mean, his best winning form obviously has been over 1,000, but he's run well over 12 the one time he has here. Do you think the trip sort of suits him equally as well?
It looks like this that way. He was a horse that was quite forward going, I think, and David and his staff, whoever rides him, they've done a great job actually switching him off. He's a completely different horse now. He had his quirks, and so they've had, took their time and gave him quite nice gaps between races, and the way he's been trialling and the way he's been racing, and the way he's been hitting the line, especially at the Valley the last couple of times, the 1,200, he's not an issue at all.
Last time out was slightly easier ground. He'd be better on top of the ground, wouldn't he, this horse?
I think so, and it looks like, the track was a little bit slow that day, but I don't know, to me, it looks like maybe, hopefully, the longer straight might just suit him a little bit better now. Because, like I said, he's relaxed a lot more now, and last time it didn't come round the bend as well as it usually does. I think the first few times when I won him, I managed to grab the fence, and he had the rail to guide, and we didn't last time, and he just got a little bit lost around the bend. But once he put himself together, he really hit the line strong. So I'm hoping the longer straight will really suit him. It's a hot race, but hopefully he can he can show how good he is, and he's on a young horse, but it's quite nice.
Yeah, obviously you mentioned it. Obviously, it is a nice. I mean, I suppose Master of My Universe, perhaps one of your biggest rivals. But then with your horse, he's had a couple of runs in the grade. He's run 2 very good races in defeat. So he's got the runs on the board, if you will, I suppose.
Oh, he has, and like I said, last time wasn't beaten very far. He probably, if things were gone a little bit better, probably could have won. So he's a nice horse, but it's a hot race, and yeah, hopefully he can show how good he is, and obviously there's a very good chance this could be his last round, but I think it'll be a nice, promising horse for next season.
Interesting point Paulie made there, Andre, about the longer straight's going to be ideally suited to him.
Yeah, he can sprint pretty well, can't he? And we've seen him to good effect as well. The 1,200 metres, he's only had one go down it. He was placed, so I don't think that's a major problem for him. He's been to Sha Tin once and he's run 5th, so it wasn't a bad run.
Andre pointing out around the turn there, I think that was the winning and the losing of the race, because Kaholo Angel had that run through towards the inside and he had to scout a little bit wider for that run. Also, I mentioned in the interview, Tom, Master of My Universe. Here he is, last time winning. This is down in grade. Barry number 10, Zach Purton, John Size, has a really good record over the 1,200 metres. Yeah, you wouldn't have wanted this one over again if you were on the twos-on favourite for your blood pressure, because he only just got up this day, did Master of My Universe. So he has to take that next step here up into Class 2 with 126 pounds. So it's 9 pounds less than he carried last time out. Obviously beat Infinite Resolve a short margin. He ran it the weekend without a great deal of success there, but it was a fighting win from him, Paul. Yeah, they didn't go overly quick there. I think in this race they're going to go a good pace, so it's going to suit him a lot. There's what he's done so far. 9 starts, 4 wins and 4 placings. Just missed the top 3 once, in fact. And Zach Purton, John Size, the combination with him. Dancing Code, Paul, his last start. This was 1,400 metres. Comes back to the 12, and Ellis Wong does take that £5 claim. Yeah, which is going to help him. With this horse, I mean, he hasn't. I suppose the class is a little question for him. He's been placed 9 out of his 17, so not on a win line, but I'll put him in on a place line from that draw. It'll be a slightly different circumstance this week as well. He probably ends up somewhere 2-3 lengths off the pace on the fence there with the alternate speed in the race. I thought he had every chance here last time out. Light Years Charms, Frank that form Mickley there as well, running a close second at the weekend. In on a minor line, hard to have on a win line in this grade. What about these ones then? Tom Harmony and Blessed, he runs 3rd from in behind the leader. Tomodachi Kokoro 5th. Call Me Glorious had no luck in the run. And Gorgeous Win, he's just not going as well as the Gorgeous Win that we know, is he? He's the one I'm going to go for with an upset in this race, Gorgeous Win. Half a stride slow, settled back in this race last time out. Nothing wrong with his recent trial leading into this. Of course, Wunderbar won this. He was beaten the other day at Sha Tin. Made some ground at the end, which was okay, I thought. There's going to be enough pace in this race for, I think, him to be able to run on at the end. Yeah, he'll get back. He should definitely get the race run to suit. All right, so he might get a chance to bounce back here, Gorgeous Win, because he's a really nice horse. Paul, Eris Nova, this was such a tough victory last time. There he is lurking up outside the leaders, turning for home, and he just kept on going. He did. It was a good win from him, actually. Barrier number 8, though, he's going to come up into this class for the first time. And with the pace and race, he should, again, I think he's going to be a little bit further back than he would like. But, of course, distance, no problem for him. It's just coming up into Class 2. Yeah, so he's got the lightweight to contend with here. Was quite dominant over the final stages, considering how much ground he covered in the race here, Eris Nova. Happy to see what he can just do this time. He's clearly done well since his last start, and Benno Jung certainly trying to go out on a high at the back end of the season. He is indeed a member of the Benno Jung stable, who's also retiring at the end of the season. Is Benno, Paul, your selections? I'm going to go Master of My Universe. Less weight on his back. I think he can cope with the up and grade. He's only a little horse, so the less weight, the best for him, and he is definitely going to get the race run to suit. Dancing Code in there on the minor line with Colourful King coming here to Sha Tin. Ladies' Choice, he's on an all-time high record now, but he is coming back off Group 3 company, and he'll find this a lot easier from barrier number 3. 4-6-5-2. Yeah, certainly didn't think it was the strongest Class 2 going around. You've got a few horses that are a little bit suspect in this grade and a few that are trying it for the first time. So Gorgeous Win, we know he can carry a weight. Brenton of Della for Danny Shum. He's on top from Master of My Universe, who will go out the favourite, no doubt. Colourful King number 5 and 6 Dancing Code. 1-4-5-6. It's break time now on Racing to Win, but we're not done. There's plenty more to follow right after this.
There it is, most popular horse and jockey. Get those votes in very, very quickly because there isn't much time left to do so. But we have time for the last run reminder, as we always do, Paul, and a horse in race 3 you've come up with for us.
Yeah, look, it was a first run on the all-weather surface, and it was a very good one as well. Now, it was a wet, fast surface, so it could be slightly different with no major rain forecast for Saturday. But you can see him, he gets back, and this is his normal style. He does get back in his races. He's yet to win here in Hong Kong, but is placed on numerous occasions, and he was well off the pace here in those blue colours. Just eased his way to the outside. The best part was the finish on this race. You can see him really stepping out. So he seems to have taken a liking for the surface. He's by deep field, and that breed has done very well on it in the past. So, yeah, he looks like a good chance.
Member of the Jamie Richards stable, race 3, number 11, Yichong Raider is the last run reminder. On to the last race now, and the 11th is over the 1400 metres into Class 3. Patch of Stars won his last 3, extra 14 pounds on his back. Elaine Warrior has his first start since March. He has won first up in the past. Solid Charlo was scratched on the 14th of June with a lame left 4. Wider draw for Top Gun. Indeed's a 3-time course and distance winner. Victory Skies placed 2 from 3 over the Sha Tin 1400 metres. Beauty Crescent placed 10 from 19 course and distance. And the Absolute's been racing well. At his last 2 starts, he gets in from barrier number 5 with a lightweight pull, and Sea Chariot's going to lead them up.
Well, he did last time he went forward and just faded late. There's no real pace in this race, so he's got the opportunity to get to the front. Superb Boy can go forward. Victory Sky might have to press on from his draw and try and get outside the leader. The favourite patch, or the likely favourite, Patch of Stars, should get a perfect run. The Absolute can be a little bit closer from his draw.
A Patch of Stars is our focus first of all. Nick with his jockey now, Zach Person.
Zach, Patch of Stars is your ride coming up in the last race on the weekend. He's just going from strength to strength, this horse, isn't he?
He's getting better, for sure. Early on in his career, he was quite aggressive in his races, and he still has that tendency, but fortunately he's been in a couple of races recently where they've run along a little bit, and that's helped him get into a rhythm, and we've certainly seen the best of him. And, you know, he's got to carry the weight now as a young horse. It's never easy. He seems to be good in the morning, so we'll go again.
And has that just been typical of a horse that perhaps needed that time, that education, I suppose, for the sort of penny to drop with him?
Well, when they're a little bit immature physically and they're over-racing and doing things wrong, they're draining themselves of a lot of their energy, and he was certainly doing that. And, you know, physically he's strengthened up a little bit, and he's just had the races run to suit, so it's all come together for him, but he still had to go out there and do it, and he's been improving, so you know, hopefully he can get it done again, but next season hopefully he can keep going on with it.
Yeah, for sure. He looks that type, doesn't he? Have you had a chance to sit on him since his last win?
I have, yeah. I worked him on his own, and he worked well, so he's going good.
He reopposes with the 2nd and 4th amongst others. Even though he has got that top weight, as you mentioned, I guess you'd be keen to confirm that form. And would you be confident that he can?
For him, it's going to come down to how the races run. If he's got the tempo there to suit and he's drawn a little bit awkward, he's not the type of horse I can be firing out of the gates and trying to get him to come back. I've sort of got to try and fall into a position, and you know, it's an awkward gate just to be relying on a little bit of luck. So we're going to need things to go our way, but if they do, there's no reason to suggest he can't go and do it again.
There's Zach's thoughts, Paul, on Patch of Stars. What are yours as his graphic comes up on what he's done? He's absolutely flying.
Yes, he's going to be one of the shortest prices of the afternoon or evening. By that stage, Patch of Stars, he's got to carry the weight, 135, but he has won his last 3. From barrier 8, he's got the gate speed to get himself into a nice position as well, so he looks really tough to beat.
It's a big impost. He goes up 14 pounds for that last start. So when he was dominant, absolutely cruised into it, and Purton didn't even show the stick towards him. Let's have a look at Manfred's stats over the last 10 meetings. He's absolutely flying at the moment. 10 winners across those last 10 meetings, a win rate of just on 16.6% from those 60 runners. He's got Island Golden lining up in the 2nd. That's class 4 or 5 for the second race on the program. Class 5 it is. Precious Hill, Celtic Times, Rattan Galaxy, Juicy Dragons having his second run. And then over the page, Paul, you've got the likes of Patch of Watch. Self-improvement needs the dirt and the best chance of the day in the last.
Yeah, I think that's a standout, isn't it? The last race for him, Patch of Stars.
And that is Manfred. No one's trained more winners in the last 10 meetings. Another world though, Paul. He's a nice horse. He ran 4th last time at Sha Tin. He's had a run around at Happy Valley since then. This is a 4th there also. 3-time course and distance winner.
Yeah, look, and he's a horse that we've seen come from an impossible position and win in the past, actually, Another World. Barrier 11, just a little query. I'm going to put him on a minor line, but Barrier 11 looks a bit of a concern. Yeah,
I think it is as well, and they're coming back from 1650. Not sure he was totally suited by going to 1650 last time out. He was quite one pace, so happy to watch this time.
Solid Shala, Tom. He missed a start on the 14th of June. He's been racing so well, but it's all been on the all-weather. Are you going to wait till he gets back onto that surface?
Yeah, and that'll be next season now for Solid Shala, because we've got our final all-weather races this weekend. He's clearly better there. They were certainly keen to line up on that 14th of June, even with the rain-affected track that it was, would have suited him down to the ground, but it wasn't to be.
Yep, all-weather for me.
All right, so no Solid Shala with the grass underfoot. Well, he's not going in, Paul. Who is?
Going to go with Patch of Stars. I think he picks himself on top there. The Absolute should get a good run from barrier number 5 with a lightweight. Victory Sky and Another World. Both got wide draws. Will need a bit of luck. 1:14, 10:3.
He'll be one of the shortest price favourites of the day, Patch of Stars, and justifiably so. He's got that extra weight to carry, but I think he's good enough to do that. Victory Sky, and it's his 4th, barrier 13 for poor old Victory Sky. Helene Warriors trialled well, and Deed will need a little bit of luck from at barrier 14. 1:10, 2 and 8.
All the races on the website, previewed 8kjc.com. Click on audio and video. Best bet, 11 to choose from, Paul. Which one is it?
Race 3, Mr. Energia. He's won twice in the grade. Drops down in grade. Zach Purton aboard. Should get the race run to suit. Has won over the course and distance. You can see him finishing off strongly here for 4th in a Class 3 race, which looks a lot stronger than what he's going to face here on Saturday. And he always does his best work late. He always gives him a bit of a start, but there is sufficient pace. Mojave Deserts, Frank the Form with a good run last start. So make him the best. Team, folks. I made a horse to follow off the back of a really good trial. Don't want to give up with him after only 2 starts, but he'll be a big price. And in the first, the Griffin, Light Years Glory, Motor and Super Dragon, the QQP.
Best bet for me comes up in race 7, Sharing. Last start, winner goes up in weight, but with that low draw again, so I think he can prevail. We missed out last time with him. And Strange Alert, no luck for him at his debut. He was around about $7 odd in the market. You can see he's got nowhere to go there on the outside. Settled a fair way back, and he's lining up in race 6 on the program for David Eustace, who was a little bit slow away. He'll disappear here for a moment. Would it be advisable to go and watch his barrier trial? To say the least. Hopefully we're not too concerned about that. And Patch of Stars, Helene Warrior, Victory Sky, the play in the last.
He disappeared in that barrier trial as well. Best bet, race 8, number 3, Fortune Boy. You won't be getting rich, but he went so close last time behind Mr. Dapper, Zach Purton, David Hayes in the combination. Race 2, number 6, Lucky Generations. He might be a bit shorter than a value play, but he's on the all-weather for the second time on Trayer at Zany and Casper Founds. And the play, QQP, Beauty Viva's trialled up well, Fortune Boy, and As Times Table has trialled up well too at Chung Fa leading into Saturday. The diary, Tom, looking at this, there's only one more rectangle that can fit on the screen for the season.
Yes, and that'll be, of course, the last meeting coming up at Happy Valley, but Racehorse Owners Association Trophy Day next Sunday at Sha Tin. That'll be part of 11 races there. 9 races coming up midweek, Paul. Happy Valley for the second last meeting there.
Yeah, and Beauty Alliance backing up after a good run, fresh up.
He is plenty of Class 2 racing coming up, but good quality Class 2 racing at Happy Valley as well. Big thanks to the boys, Tom and Paul. See you at Sha Tin.
We'll be there
for the summer series for a 4 o'clock kickoff. That has been racing to win 11 races, 9 on the turf. We've got 2 on the all-weather, and we'll see you at Sha Tin also with these 2 from 4 o'clock local.